So I thought I better film this intro. As you will see in this video, this was supposed to be just a review and to play with an app, a paranormal app on the phone, and it ended up getting really weird. And I do have to apologize. I'm actually filming on my phone right now because both cameras went during filming. And not only that, but the sound quality on the one camera, I don't know what was going on. That camera, because when I had to restart the Canon again, the sound that you hear is coming from the Panasonic, and the Panasonic is the camera that I use for green screening and effects and for short movies and stuff like that on my other channel. So I don't know what was going on with that. So I apologize for that, and I apologize for the video quality. When I set the cameras up, the Canon video quality was good. Panasonic's is pretty good, but when I stopped it and it just paused it and restarted it, it just went weird, and it's never done that before. So I do apologize. Next review that I do, hopefully it doesn't turn out like this one. I will actually have my boom mics and everything out. I was just going to do a 20-minute video here, but as you see, it ended up being a little bit longer, and there's a reason why. So again, I do apologize for that. But everything will be set up. And actually this week I'm, even though both those cameras are really good, I'm actually trying to hunt down a camera that we can use in investigations. And I think I found one, and it's on sale. And I'm quite excited. So I'm going to check into that. So I might be getting that one maybe this week, I'm not sure. And again, like I said, I apologize for the sound quality and the video quality, especially at the end. But I did grab my camera and did film the end on the camera like I'm doing now. And if you skip through everything else, please go to the end and see what I had to say, because it's something I really wanted to include in this video. Just a little message, and it's important to me. So again, try and enjoy the video. Again, I really apologize for all the technical errors that were going on. So, but anyway, enjoy it, and we'll see you in the next video, and it will be better. Because again, I will get all my boom mics and everything out if I have to. So, okay? So, please enjoy the video. Hey everyone, Beth here. About last week, I decided to purchase a new phone. So I went to Best Buy and purchased a new phone, and I got it home. And I had a BlackBerry before, through work. It had a duct tape on it. It was old. It worked, but I never really played with apps before. And I got this one home, and I started playing around. This one. And it's a Galaxy A20. Okay, not top of the line, but it's still a good phone. And I thought, well, I'm going to download some apps. So I started playing around, and then I went, they've got paranormal apps. And of course, doing what I've done for over 20 years, I thought, let's try and test a couple of them out. And I thought, well, what ones do I want to test out? I downloaded a few that were just completely goofy. And then I remembered, anybody who knows me or has seen the Q&A video know that I'm obsessed about urbex. And one of the urbexers that I used to follow until he started getting clickbaity, there was a 3 a.m. challenge they did at this location where some people died. And one of the guys he was with brought out a phone. And on the phone they had this app. And this app, it had like an EMF on it, and it sounded like it was scanning, and there was like you could almost hear a voice come through, and then it would show words. And my mom even saw that on TV, somebody was using it. So I thought, okay, well, let's find it. And I found it. And so I downloaded it. And what it's called the Ghost Detector. And what we're going to do is we're going to play around with this for a bit, see what it does. And, and then I'll give my review on it. But what we're also going to do, we're going to play with it alone, and then we're going to turn these on. The EMF meter, the K2 meter, and the multimeter. And we'll see the result. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this under the camera so you can see what I'm doing. You go ghost detector. It's called the ghost detector. And here it comes. I'm just going to lie it down here. Whoops. So all you can see it. See, what happens is when supposedly something's trying to communicate, you'll get words here. Now what this has, it has a bank of 1900 words. And so it's supposed to kind of work kind of along the lines of, oh, something's coming through. Supposedly. And let's see what comes through. Now it's not the camera doing that, and you'll probably hear a shh sound in a minute. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, okay, that was interesting. Didn't do that last night. But for a split second it said try. Sometimes this takes a while. So you can hear it's trying to do like a sweep, like it's trying to do a sweep just like the spirit boxes do. And again, it's supposed to have an EMF on it, and it's supposed to be able to sense when a ghost is near. And it's it has kind of a few neat toys on it though. Like for instance, you can press this and you can see the word history you got. And these are some of the words I got last night. Train, Michael, itching, wind, and I'll talk about that later. And if something comes through here, I'll show you another feature of this. Act. Okay. And now when you heard the voice, it went so it didn't sound like act, but this is what you can do with this. You can go take a photo, and what that does is it takes a photo and it actually puts it in your gallery on your phone, which I will show you later. And then it's got these other settings on it where it's got the EVP modulator. You can increase that or decrease that. And it's got the microphone modulator and the signal pitch, which is supposed to kind of make it sweep kind of faster. So, okay, so we got act. Now, just a little side note, I collect antique dolls, and oh, sounds like something else is coming through, but I collect antique dolls, and one of them is supposedly haunted. I've never seen it do anything, but I've had at least 3 people come over, point her out, and say she moved. So, tell you what, let's bring her over here. I'll be right back. Oh, that was kind of a freaky little noise. What's coming through now? Lust. Okay, interesting. So lust. Okay, that has nothing to pertain to me. But anyway, let me introduce you to Josette. She's the doll that people claim they see move. And they don't even know the story behind her. But this is Josette. She's a China head doll from the 1860s. And like I said, I collect antique dolls and I adore her, but I've never seen her move, but at least 3 people have claimed they've seen her move while she's been sitting on the shelf. So maybe one day I'll put up a locked off camera and see if she does. But sounds like something else is coming through. But again, this is just kind of a review and just kind of to show you guys what kind of apps are out there. But I do have an opinion on them, so let's put Josette down to the side. Cotton. So far we've had Try, Lust, and Cotton. So not sure what that all means. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do a controlled experiment. There's supposed to be 1900 and some phrases and words in this dictionary. So, controlled experiment. So I am sure there's got to be a couple colors, or at least one color in here. Okay, if this app actually works and we are in contact with somebody, please, next word, make it a color. And if it takes too long in between words, I will kind of edit this so that we get to the word quicker, because I noticed like even last night it would take like 3 minutes to get to a word, and this video doesn't need to be like an hour long to get a couple more words out. But this is the one I was like most interested in because again I saw the music. But when I used it last night, turned the app first on, I was lying on the couch here, and the first word I got was metal, and I went, oh, here comes another word. Is it going to be a color? Because if it's a color, then it's going to blow my mind here. And maybe my opinion will change from last night, but... Okay, come on. Choking. Okay, well, I'll take a picture of that. So, Try, Lust, Cotton, and Choking. For phrases like that, you'd really have to try and figure out a story here. And here we go again. Here comes another one. Is that even how you spell choking? I don't know. Well, I'll have to double check that. Choking and appeared. So we've had... Oh, sounds like something else is going to try and come through. But so far we've had Try, Cotton, Lust, or Try, Lust, Cotton, Choking, and appeared. Now, what you could do on this app The other camera turned on. So far we've had, okay, we're going to take a picture of this. So we've had try, lust, cotton, choking, and appeared. But still no color, because I asked for a color. Chat. So chat. Okay, so we're not getting the color. Okay, so if there is something here and this app actually works, next word, let it start with an M and not Michael, because I got Michael quite a bit through this. Between playing with it last night and today, I got Michael 3 times. But again, if you always want to see what words that you got, you can just click in here. See, chat, appeared, choking, cotton, lust, act, train. See, there's Michael. Michael was itching last night. But, so it's kind of like a little fun toy to play with. But so far we haven't gotten a color. And I've asked for the next word to have an M in it. So let's see if we get a word with an M in it. And if this takes like 5-10 minutes, I'll just edit out until we get to if it answers. Which I have a feeling it won't. Oh, here we go. There's a little bit of a... Now this app, when I downloaded it, it was from the Play Store, and it got quite a good reviews on the net, and it had 4 stars out of 5. And again, this is one of the ones that I wanted to try out. And a lot of the apps that you download for the paranormal, from the phones, they will say for play or for game, little tiny letters. But some of them kind of steer you wrong and try to say this actually works. But again, you got to really be careful with these apps, because things like EMF detectors were made for that purpose. Same with the K2 meters. And so one thing that I wanted to try with you tonight, and I did test it out last night too, is to try the EMF meter. And what we might do tonight too is download one of the top EMF meters, and we'll actually do it side by side with the real one. And but one thing we gotta watch out for is, in investigations, I tell everybody to turn their phones off, because sometimes these can pick up. For instance, let's see, I don't know if it'll, see, it flashed there because it's what's picking up. Let's see. See, that's why you got to turn equipment off. That's not a ghost coming through. That's coming. That's coming through the phone. So that's why you gotta. If you're doing a paranormal investigation, you got to make sure the phones are off. And even if the phones are off, you got to make sure that the equipment, it doesn't get near the battery, because it'll send it off. Okay, we asked for an M word. Blue. Okay. So if any of this is making sense to you, please put in the comments below, but I have no clue what's going on here. We asked, oh, I did ask for a color though, didn't I? Interesting. Now if the next one is an M, I might actually change my mind a little bit, just a teeny bit. if it's, next one is an M word, but I did ask for a color, didn't I? Interesting. Now, I'll be really impressed because I asked for something that starts with an M after the color. So if the next word starts with an M, I'll be a little bit impressed. Because it does take a lot to impress me because I've been doing this for so long. Come on, next letter, next word, come on. And another thing I've got going, oh, is it M? Scale, blue scale. Okay, we got the color a few phrases later, but we still didn't get the M word. Okay, something's trying to come through. Is it going to start with an M? Okay. See, again, it takes quite a long time. Okay. And another thing I got going is the candle, because there's a lot of belief out there that candles attract spirits and that, so. So, oh, we're stuck on scale. Okay, we're going to wait until one more word comes across, and if it's not the M word I asked for, we're going to shut it off. But if any of you can make any sense of what's going on here, please put it in the comments below. And just to give it a chance, I'm even going to increase the sweep in that and see what happens. Okay, you know what? Let's increase the sweep. We'll just fill with the... Okay, increase it by 3. Okay, see what happens. Let's see if it actually... Seems to be stuck on scale. Oh. Is it going to begin with an M? I was kind of hoping it was going to do what it did last night. See, I'm going to be doing a review on a few of these, and while I'm recording these, I was kind of hoping that it would prove me wrong, but M, come on, ask for an M word. You said blue, that's the only thing right you've done so far. No saint. Well, nobody's a saint. See, notice how a lot of the... Oh, now something else is coming through. I said an M word, not an N. See, this is what it was doing last night, and then it rang. See, it was doing that last night, and then it vibrated. And when it did that, truthfully, it made me jump because it went up to the red and then it vibrated. Nosebleed. No, nosebleed. So again, we still haven't gotten the M word. I'm still wanting it to do what it did last night, where it did the vibration. Okay, just waiting to see what it's going to do, because usually when it was doing this last night, it goes... Okay, so it's not doing that. We'll just take a photo of that, though. But again, what this is doing is it's doing kind of a sweep through a dictionary of words. And again, if you can make a sense of what, please put in the comments below. We'll go through the words again. So we had heavy, nosebleed, no saint, scale, blue, chat, appeared, choking, cotton. What was the other one? Lust. Okay. No, it sounded like it was going to do something, so. What I'll do is I'll export the list later and I'll put it in the comments below. Okay, so we're actually going to turn this off for a moment. So I'm just going to turn my phone off. I'm going to go out of it. One thing I hate about these apps, they're kind of a pain in the butt to get out of. Okay, so to again tell you kind of what happened last night, and excuse me for drinking tea, but I'm very dehydrated right now because it's very hot. So anyway, again, when I was playing with it last night, I got the same words as they did in this other video when I saw them using it in the Urbex one. Annihilation, almost in the same order. I think it was felon, annihilation, or help me, annihilation, pardon me. And then I took it into my bedroom. And I was playing with it, and I'll tell you another thing that happened after we did this other experiment. Because what I've got to say is kind of important. I want to leave that till the end. If you want to skip through this and go to that, then fine. But what I did is doing the same thing, and the phone, same thing. It went into the red, and the word that came across was answer them. And as soon as it did that, the phone vibrated, and I actually did go, whoa, because that does startle a person. And it did it a couple times, and the funny thing is that it did it on a couple, it hasn't done it on words like Blue or Michael. So, yeah, you know there's some sneaky programming going on here. So what we're going to do now is we're going to set this up again, and we're going to put the K2 beside it and the EMF, and I'm going to keep this one beside me to see the temperature, and we'll just see how it goes. So I'm going to set that up, and we'll be right back. So here we are. We've turned the machine back on. Let me just kind of position that so you guys can see it better. And beside it we have the K2, and we have the EMF. Now, to prove to you that these are working, we're going to just go like this. I'm going to show you. See, that reaction is from the battery, okay? So, but over here, it seems to be a little bit fine. And this one as well. So, okay. Now, let's see when the word comes through, if we actually get a reaction on any of these. Because it seems like there's a word coming through now. Well, that's going. I'm going to actually turn on the multimeter to temperature. As you can see, it's 24 degrees in here. That was a KA. Yeah, I'm gonna... have to check that one out. Hopefully the list caught it. Okay, it looked like it was going to do another word. Okay, so let's go to the list and Kate. Okay. So we have a Kate now. Now Kate's a very common name. Oh. Okay, that was interesting. Okay, change my mind about this thing, you guys. Okay, with the K2 ruling on, doing that, I'm not ruling out that the phone purged something. Because what we're going to do here is we're going to actually do a mini paranormal investigation on this. Okay, so here we go. If there is something here with us, well, with me now, and you'd like to communicate, please make the next word start with an M on this box if you're using it. If you're not using the box, make the lights go up to at least orange on this. You're still asking for the M. I predict the next word is going to be like kill or something like that. When that K showed up and I saw the A, I thought kill for a second. I'm like, well, that's not kill. Again, if there's something here, and if there's something here in this whole building, in this whole area, oh wow. Okay. No, okay. Now that's a little bit perplexing. You all probably just saw the K2 meter go off, but nothing's happening with the phone. And the K2 meter isn't faulty. Because I do have a medium friend, and she does say she told me who was kind of hanging around here, and I'm fine with it. Because it comforts me. And she does believe there is something attached to this doll too, but I've never really felt it. If there is something attached to Josette, well, maybe this is Kate. maybe her name's actually Kate. Let's see what, see, this is going up, but year. Okay, see? Oh, it's probably going to vibrate now. If it vibrates, it's probably going to set one of these off. Come on, vibrate. I want to show the followers of Tapas that you do that. Because, yeah, well, anyway, when it vibrates in your hand, it does give you a little bit of a startle. It gives you a jolt. And I don't know if I trust an app that actually has access to that, so. And the thing is, okay, K2 went off again. Just kind of, I know this is ridiculous. Okay. But anyway, my friend who has shown abilities, and because a lot of people, they know about my feeling on mediums, but I've seen so many people get ripped off. This one, she has a very gentle nature to her, and it runs in her family, and she doesn't use it for monetary value. She truly believes it's a gift, and she tries to help people. So, but first time she was over here, she looked directly at this doll and said, "That doll." And she does believe there's something attached to it, and attached to one of my other dolls, but I don't feel threatened or anything like that. But I love antique dolls, so I always have. I love antiques. We're still stuck on year, but I find that interesting. The K2 meter has gone off twice. We still haven't gotten our M word. Okay, let's turn our attention to the K2 meter. If there is something that wishes to communicate, whether you may be attached to an object in my apartment, whether you may be attached to me, whether you might be located in the building, if you can you make the lights go up higher, like you just did a few moments ago on the K2 meter? This was supposed to be just a review on an app. If this turns out to be a paranormal investigation in my apartment, this could be interesting. Got to make sure the other camera's going. I'm just gonna... Okay, here we go. Oh, why isn't that on? Okay, there we go. My Canon has a habit of, even though I've put the settings on it, shutting off at weird times. Okay. Ah, thank you. So I should be timing these, because that's another thing. When you have meters going off at certain intervals, it could be a fluctuation, because I am in an apartment building, but there is no, the camera's not setting it off. And I'm far enough away from the electrics and that, and we have cement floors. We're stuck on year. That's interesting. The temperature hasn't... Oh, wait, there goes the temperature. So this is supposed to be an app review, and it seems that we're having a paranormal investigation all of a sudden. Temperature changed just for a moment, but it wasn't that much. We're still at 24.5. Okay. Okay, if there is something, okay, if there is something attached to this doll or to anything else in my apartment, can you make the lights go up on this again at the count of 10? When I say 10, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Johnny. Now, a lot of you may say, a lot of you may say, well, you got the name Johnny at the count of 10. I wasn't paying attention to how long it has been since between, oh, here comes another one. We still haven't gotten our M word. But I find it interesting how this meter went off a couple times. And this has been going nuts. But this is making no sense. And, oh, please. And it's probably going to be followed by help me or something like that. Now, you could say, well, Beth, this is proving that they work. But you got to remember that it's a bank of words. Now, how are the spirits supposed to communicate? The phone has got to be setting that off. Okay, you know what? I'm going to hold it up. Whoops. Okay, we're going to take it away from the phone and we're just going to hold it up. Like this, kind of so I can see it and you can see it in the camera. So it's far enough away from the phone. Because the phone, even though I had it sitting a bit away, the phone has to be setting this thing off. Okay. Gonna ignore that for a moment. If there is something in this apartment or around me or in this building wanting to communicate, this item I'm holding in my hand with the lights, can you come around and come near it and wave your hand and it will make the lights go up? And that sounded like a burp that just came through that, but I'm just kind of trying to keep my, we'll keep it here so I can see it too. Out of the corner of my eye if they go up. But it's got to be the phone that was setting that off. There's no way. And it's not that I don't believe it's I wouldn't be in this field if I didn't believe in something or have experienced things, but so definitely, yeah, it was the phone that was setting this thing off. Yeah, see, the phone's giving off quite a bit. Okay, the phone was giving off more over on the one side for some reason. Okay. But, to confirm, I don't think there's any paranormal activity happening in my apartment. If there is anything here that would like to communicate, and that was you that set this meter off, this thing that I'm holding in my hand, can you do it again, please? I'd really appreciate it. I'm asking with utmost respect, especially if you're attached to this doll. Did that just go off? I'm hoping that was my eyeballs. If you're attached to this doll, did everybody see that? What the hell? Now, if this comes and says Josette, that's it. I'm out of here. Okay. yeah, okay, this is about three feet away from the phone. See, I don't get scared at stuff like this. I actually get giggly. And that's why in some of the investigations, I just, because I get excited. But this was supposed to be a review on how don't take these for... Okay, I'm just going to take the EMF and bring it over here. That's the phone. But as I move it away, so yeah, it was the phone that was affecting it, but I have no clue what's affecting it now. Gee, a review that's turning into a paranormal investigation. Okay, there's no reason for that to be doing that. And you may ask why I've got the coin in there, because this is one of our original, and it's not my voice setting it off, by the way. Oh, the other camera just ran out of batteries, so damn it. Yeah, my other camera just died, which is weird because it had a full charge on it. Okay, what's it saying now? It's saying, hurry. Okay. If you, whatever's communicating through here, can you all see that? I'm going to turn this off and see if, I'm going to turn the phone off and see if this still happens. Hang on. This is going to take me a second. Okay, I'm just going to put this down. It starts going off again. I'm going to start. Okay, so we're going to go out of the app. Like I said, this was supposed to be a thing on a review and how not to trust these things. And I'm getting activity in my apartment on my other equipment. Okay, so we're just going to go make sure everything's closed. Okay. And I am now going to shut the phone off completely. Okay, so power off. Okay. Oh, fingerprint. Sorry, still trying to get used to this. Okay, so it's turning off. It's a little buzz. I'm taking this, and I'm just going to walk over to my desk, which is about 15 feet away, and there we go. Now, let's see what's going on in this place. Okay, if there's something here that wants to communicate, now the phone's off. Are you connected to my doll? Are you connected to this doll? If you're connected to this doll, make the light go into the red light. It's not my lights or anything setting this off either. Oh, my EMF just started clicking. Okay. Like I said, the phone's off and over on my desk, which is actually about 12 feet away. And the cameras don't interfere. If I was to put this right up near the camera battery, it would, but the camera died. It had a full charge on it. So, are we in the midst of a paranormal investigation in my apartment? Um, this was not, none of this was planned. This was supposed to be a review on apps and basically how not to trust them. But the phone's off. I still get... If you're here and you're trying to communicate with me, make it go orange. Make it go into the orange. Or wave your hand or come closer to me. Okay, let me just kind of wave this around to make sure. Okay, what? So, now if I was in a paranormal investigation episode, which is not written, because of where it is, some of the members would say, it's sitting beside you, whatever, whatever is there. Oh, there's somebody here. Please pipe the lights on when you again. Utmost respect. Are you connected with the doll? A little bit of a blizzard. Are you this doll? Are you connected with another doll that's in here? Are you connected to me? Connected to a piece of furniture in here. I collect entities. Are you connected to the apartment? Oh, great. Okay, so you're connected to the apartment. If this flashes again, I might have to stop this and call the team members over. Okay, this is wild and crazy. I didn't want this video to be this long, but what I'm actually going to do, seeing as that camera died, and this video is already getting way too long, I'm probably going to sit around and do a little bit of investigating tonight. I may tape or may not. Yeah, that was totally interesting. But what I wanted to say about those apps, though, what happened last night, even though this completely made my theory and my belief look like I'm full of it, but truthfully, the phone was interacting with the K2 while it was inside it, because it was going up when it was starting to get messages through. So, but the fact that it's going off while I'm sitting here, there's nothing here for it to be going off at. Again, you may ask why there's a recorder in here. This is our original K2, and it's our trusted K2. And back when the K2s first came out, they weren't like now, but battery's dying on this camera too, which is interesting. So anyway, we'll cut this short, and we'll see you later, and I'll let you know what happens tonight, okay? That was interesting. Okay, so I'm recording on my phone here. Reason being is both my cameras during that review and impromptu vigil, whatever you want to call it, both my cameras drained. And I had them fully recharged, and they should have lasted me through about 3 videos, and they didn't. So that was quite interesting. I'm not too sure what the heck went on there. What I was going to do is let you guys know that I don't really trust these apps, but I, what was going on here? I'm pretty sure the phone itself was setting this off, like, when the words were coming through. Um, because I am skeptical about a lot of stuff, but the EMF when I was sitting on the couch, I'm not sure what was going on there. Um, but what I wanted to do is I wanted to say that it's a fun app, and it's great to play with. I wouldn't really trust it because, again, any app like that, I think they're more meant to be fun. They're not real proper paranormal investigation equipment. Now, you could say, well, your meter was going off and weird things started going in your apartment. But again, that's when you ask the controlled questions. Now, blue finally did come up, but after about 3 or 4 words after asking for a color, but the M word never came up. And I'm sure the database had a lot of M's in it. But what was going on with the K2 meter on the couch, I'm not too sure. But one thing I wanted to say, and this is actually fairly important, and I wanted to put this in the video, and this is why I'm filming on my phone, so sorry about the quality if I'm shaking quite a bit. Last night what happened is one thing that made me kind of fall for it a bit was when I went into my room and I was playing with it, and it went into the red, and again, a whole bunch of weird words that made no sense, and family came up. Now, I stopped for a second, and instantly I thought of my father. And the thing is I've been thinking about my father a lot lately. I miss him. He was my hero. Um, and yeah, I was vulnerable at that moment. And I thought I was stronger than I was, that I've regained all my strength from whoops, sorry about the shaking, that I regained my strength from all the last year, but obviously I haven't. So for that split second, I was vulnerable. And then the phone did the shaking thing and said, answer them. So I'm like, yeah, okay. So, um, so what I want to say is anybody who's suffered a loss or is going through a rough time or anything like that, please, for God's sakes, don't look for answers in apps on your phone, in mediums. Most, not all, but most prey on the vulnerable. Like I was vulnerable last night. And um, don't play with Ouija boards. That's no. And you know, don't call a paranormal investigations team into your house to say, is mom hanging around, or is dad hanging around, or is so and so hanging around. Um, if you're looking for answers, the answers are in here, and in here, but in here. And you're not going to find real answers with an app on a phone or through a medium or through Ouija boards or anything like that. It could be more damaging, and I'm not talking damaging through the paranormal or anything like that. I'm talking more damaging psychologically, emotionally, mentally. Um, I've been through a lot in the last year. Oh, actually, last 4 years, but last year was a real tough one too. And I was having trouble finding the strength within myself. So what I did is I was lucky to have a couple of good friends in person that I have good friends on Facebook too, but um, that were there for me. And of course, my mom, amazing woman. And but still, what I did is I also went to my doctor and said, "Hey, listen, I'm having trouble." And even though I still technically had a job, I was fighting the insurance, and so I was getting no income. So it was stressful financially too. But she found someone I could go talk to. It was 10 sessions. It was a psychologist that hadn't quite got their degree, but um, it was another psychologist that oversaw her and stuff. And yeah, she helped 10. I didn't have to pay for it. Um, so If you're having trouble after losing someone you love, or you're going through a rough time, again, don't seek answers in apps or mediums or tarot cards or anything like that. If you're having trouble getting your mind together and figuring things, don't try to, especially if you find yourself like I was, sitting there worrying and thinking and having panic attacks and anxiety over everything. And when I say anxiety, yes, I do suffer from anxiety. So, and if you've got a trusted friend or a family member, maybe reach out to them. But sometimes it's kind of unfair, and I'm saying this from a person who suffered and still, you kind of feel guilty afterwards. So if you through most jobs and workplaces, there are things like family assistant programs that you can go to. If not, there are always free help out there through counseling and psychologists. Ask your doctor. Ask around. So please don't ever seek answers through these apps, or be very careful around mediums, because again, you may not think you're vulnerable and you're strong enough, but last night, like I said, for a split second, I wasn't strong, and I was vulnerable just for a split second. But thank God I was managed to pull myself out of it. So again, I don't know what was happening with the K2 meter. That was weird. But or my cameras both going off at the same time. So, but again, these apps, I will go more into detail in my next video about these apps, because we're going to try another one. We're going to try some of the camera ones and some of the ghost finder ones. Okay, so until then, take care, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.